Hi everybody, David Thexton here from ConsultX Business Success Program. ConsultX is an online program designed to train you to become a business consultant, or as we call you in our network, a business success partner, where you own and operate your own consulting business using our tools and application. Get out of the gridlock and the drudgery of employment and be your own boss, working with your own clients whilst having a great income and lifestyle. Now, to find out more, go to our website www.consultx.com and watch the two videos. There's a big one and a small one. Today is our 1-year anniversary of ConsultX being an online and software as a service business. Now, previous to this, we were a franchise. This is also our 50th podcast, so I've decided to do something special to mark the occasion. If you have not yet become a member of ConsultX, then as a special incentive to join, we'll offer you a special birthday offer to sign up at the end of this podcast. This week I want to talk about some of the benefits you can enjoy by becoming a business success partner in the ConsultX network. And the first thing I want to talk about is income. Of course, it's very important for all of us. So, for those of you who earn money from wages or a salary, by joining the business consulting profession using our system, you could expect to double or triple your earnings if you follow the system that we will teach you. Our system's been built over 13 years with hundreds of people helping us out and thousands of business owners. And these people they're out in the field every day working with these business owners. So it wasn't just built by me. Sure, I built the skeleton, but everybody in our network helped to build all the flesh and the muscles and put them onto the bones. When you work for someone else as an employee, then they decide how much they are willing to pay you. So you have no control no matter how hard you work. They control everything you do, and statistically, when they go broke, they will take you down with them. You need to also consider that AI, artificial intelligence, and automation are progressively taking over your jobs. Think about this. If you have owned a business under a lot of competitive pressure and had the opportunity to save money and become more competitive by replacing people with computers and or machines, you would do it, wouldn't you? And the reason is because if you didn't do this, you would go broke because your competitor would. I am hearing in the next decade, 10 years, that up to 30% of jobs at all levels are going to disappear. Yours could be one of them. And I read recently that 7.1 million jobs will be gone in the next 18 months alone. That is staggering. That is staggering. Let me talk for a minute about how I faced this dilemma a few years ago when I owned a big beverage company. It was in New Zealand. We had around about 400 staff. We turned over around about $100 million. And we were starting to come under competitive pressure from some of our big competition here. People like Coca-Cola and Pepsi-Cola, but there are also some very big local beverage companies that were internationally owned that were starting to become very, very competitive. And they were squeezing the margins. And then what happened was these machines started coming on the market. And the first one that I remember, I'm going back now over 20 years ago, almost 20 years ago, was that handheld computers for sales reps started coming in, and we had 60 sales reps. And what that meant was that compared to the old days of writing out the orders on a pad and paper and then sending the orders into head office, these almost tablets, so like an old-fashioned primitive tablet, would automatically send the order back to head office, which would then send it down through the computer system down to the warehouse where the order will be packed up and sent out. Now, although that didn't really cost many jobs, it sped up dramatically the processing of orders. Where jobs actually did get lost was that a lot of companies came in from Europe and they brought in production machinery that would automate people's jobs, essentially. We were, as I said, we had 400 staff. 180 of them were in the North Island and the South Island factories. And they put bottles onto production lines, they watched the filling machines, they watched the labelling machines, they watched all the other machines, they manually put bottles into cartons, and then they manually stacked cartons onto pallets, and a man in a forklift came along and picked that pallet up and then took it down to the warehouse where it was put up on the racking. Now, these machines that they brought to us were essentially that they automated all those jobs. So we went from having around about 180 people in 2 factories, which dropped down to well under 100, more like about 80 or something. So 100 jobs were left through automation. And this process is continuing on. And the next thing, although we never did this because we sold the business, we were completely ready to automate the manufacture of the plastic bottles that we use for the products that we filled. And we were negotiating, and we had all of the quotes and everything put together to blow mold our own plastic bottles, which would have eliminated about another 12 jobs of stacking bottles on the production line, and it would have eliminated dozens of jobs at the plastic bottle factory because we wouldn't be buying any plastic bottles. So those are just a couple of examples. You probably see it every day in the business that you work in, and what I'm saying is get out before it's too late. You know, really automation and artificial intelligence, who knows where it's going to take things. And I'm saying get out and get established in your own business consulting business before it's too late. Absolutely before it's too late. So business consulting has the potential to make you very rich and very safe and secure with long-term benefits for your family, for the reasons we just talked about. There are tens of millions of businesses out there all around the world waiting for you to contact them because they absolutely need your help. Let's talk about lifestyle. As a business consultant, you control your own time. You plan your week and you make it work for you. There's no more 9 to 5 or 8 to 7 days or longer. You decide what hours you want to work and who you want to work with, which is your clients. Some people in our network only work 3 days a week, and they have 3 to 4 day weekends at their holiday house or their lake house, and they have long overseas holidays with their families on a regular basis. Now, you can do this for your family by joining the consulting profession and the ConsultX network. Remember, it's not the hours you work that makes the difference. It's what you do for your clients and what results you get for them that counts. Of course, you have to leave your employment, and that may be very scary for a lot of you out there. So it's important to work with a partner like ConsultX, who's helped literally hundreds of people all around the world to make this transition successfully and quickly. Experts say people are going to change their industry that they work in 7 times over their lifetime. Well, make this change, and you'll never need to consider changing again. I want to tell you about my daughter, who is 23, and she works for a radio station network in Auckland, New Zealand, and she drives down our motorway/freeway 3 hours every day, 1.5 hours to get to work and 1.5 hours to get home again. And some days, when there's an accident on the motorway, that could blow out to 4 hours. If you were commuting to your work for 2 hours a day, do you realise that's 500 hours a year or thereabouts? Or 12.5 days per year? Or it adds up over a longer period of time to over 40 years. It adds up to 500 days sitting in a car commuting on the motorway or whatever method you use. That is 500 days over your working lifetime, and that is insane, absolutely insane. You know, as a business consultant, all this time would come back to you, and it could be free time for you, or it could be money that you use to put into your business to work with your clients to earn the fees that you earn. And of course, you can spend a lot more time with your family. As a business consultant, you work in your local area with your clients, probably in a radius of a few miles. We even had one consultant once that used to walk to his clients. The whole lot were within about 1 kilometre, which is less than a mile for those of you in America. I want to tell you specifically about one of our consultants, Steve, who has a beach house. No, it's not a beach house, it's a lake house. In fact, the lake's so big, it's like a beach. But anyway, and what he does is he leaves every Thursday night and drives down to his lake house, and he spends Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and he comes back Monday night. And sometimes it's a bit longer because he totally controls when he has his meetings with his clients. And what he also does too is he takes his clients down to his beach house, and they have planning meetings down there. They do it once a year. And I think he's got about 8 clients, and they go down there and they spend the weekend down there. They go fishing on his big launch because there's a lot of trout fishing at this lake, and it's just a fantastic relationship building thing to do. So he really does. He's really built this consulting lifestyle business to suit what he wants to do with his family. Let's talk about building wealth, because that's the reason why you consider doing this. At the moment, you're on a salary or a wage. You don't decide what you're paid. The owner of your business does. So it's generally lower than what you want it to be. I think I can speak for all of you. See, in this business, your income is based on the success of your clients, and you'll see that there's a significant opportunity to build some serious family wealth. Now, our recommended fee system is based on a percentage of the client's monthly revenue. So as the revenue increases, so does your earnings alongside. That's a win-win. And you'll find that you'll have a surplus income at the end of the year to invest into investments like shares or property. And that's something that you might not be able to do today in the workforce, being on a wage or a salary. Now, for more information on this, go to our website, www.consultx.com, and watch the 2 videos. There's a small one, a little cartoon one, and then there's a big one, which is about 1 hour and 20 long, which is a lot of detail in it. And when you're ready to go ahead, go to the pricing page at the top to sign up. Now, the thing you need to remember is there's no big franchise fee or ongoing royalties. All you pay is a small monthly subscription, and that's $199 US per month. So we've made it very, very affordable. Now, we also have a weekly Q&A global webinar for you to ask questions. Like, we absolutely want you to jump out of the box like a racehorse and get out there and get clients and start earning as soon as possible. So we have this global webinar. You get to ask questions. Other people ask questions. You hear their questions. It's a really good opportunity to learn more about this new profession that you're considering going into. So just go to the website and sign up to be involved. Now, if you sign up soon and use the code EBC50, Everything Business Consulting 50 in the sign up page, I will give you a free 1-hour coaching session to give you a huge boost as you start off on your new career. The process is you sign up, enter your credit card, use the code EBC50, and then we'll send you a link to my calendar so you can book your 1-hour coaching session. Now, the time to do this is after you've done your training and it's all been completed, and then you'll be pretty much schooled up on what you need to do, and you'll get the maximum value out of the coaching. So, thanks for listening. And if you have time, please review our podcast on iTunes or Stitcher. Give us a ranking. We greatly appreciate that, and we'll see you next week. Thanks very much. Bye.